Welcome to our 5-minute Bible study, The School of Prayer. In our last time together, we talked about the importance of asking in prayer. So much of our prayer, we are asking of God. Asking for those things we need to live for Him and to function as His children. Now, we saw there's really two kinds of asking, what we call petitions and intercession. Now, in truth, they're the same. It's just that for discussion's sake, we talk about petitions when we're asking for something we need, and intercession when we're asking God's help for others. So today, I want to talk a little bit more about petitions, when we're asking God for things we need in our life. Now, occasionally, someone will say, well, it seems almost selfish to ask God for things for yourself, as if that's self-absorbed. And they say it's okay to ask God for others, but should you really ask for things for yourself? No, it's not self-centered, nor is it selfish. But our Heavenly Father wants to supply what we need to live as His children. Just as any good father wants to supply his children what they need for an effective life. So asking of God is very appropriate. As a matter of fact, God requires of us that we ask of Him what we need. So when we go about presenting our petitions to the Lord, how do we do that? Let me suggest you use the Lord's Prayer as, again, a help and a model for us in this regard. Now, you know, when you look at the Lord's Prayer, it starts by Our Father in heaven, hallowed, reverenced be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done. We understand that and how wonderful that is. We've already talked about those things. But then the last half of the Lord's Prayer is all about petitions. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from the evil one. Now notice there are 4 basic petitions in this prayer, which kind of cover a whole range of things and give us sort of an understanding of how we request of the Lord things for ourselves. First, he says, we ask that God will give us our daily bread. Oh Lord, provide me with what I need to live. Now, bread is the basic sustenance of life. You've got to eat every day, or at least every other day or so. We need our daily bread. And so this prayer is simply asking of God those things we need for the living of life. God knows what we need. He knows our need for food, for shelter, for clothing, for friendship, for companionship, for meaningful work, all those necessities of life. It is so appropriate, and God requires you ask Him to give you the things you need to live for Him. Now, we understand this is not like a blanket check in that we come, oh God, give me $1 million today because I can't be happy unless I'm a millionaire. No. But it's asking God for what I need to live well, to feed myself and my family, to provide for the necessities of life, and to live well for Him. So you start with that prayer, Lord, provide for me as my Heavenly Father what I need to live this life You've called me to. And then the second petition in the Lord's Prayer is forgive us. Oh Lord, I need You to forgive me. Please give me Your forgiving grace. Did you notice we ask God to give before we ask Him to forgive? I think that's just, a basic thing. When you're hungry, you may not think about the importance of your spiritual need. So you ask God to give me my daily bread first. That's natural. But also, Lord, even more than I need Your saving grace. Forgive me of my sins. Make me Yours. Wash my guilt away. Oh, Lord, make me wholly Yours. Give me whatever I need for the fullness of my spiritual life. And I certainly need forgiveness. And then the third request in the model prayer, the third petition, lead us not into temptation. Now this puzzles us a bit at first. God would never tempt us. But keep in mind that in the Greek, the word for temptation and for trial is the same. And the context determines which is the meaning. So I think the appropriate way to understand this petition is, Lord, lead us not into trial. Let us not be in those situations that try us beyond our endurance. Or let there be nothing in my life that tries me beyond my endurance. So we're just asking God to kind of watch over us and to safeguard us and to keep us secure in Him. And let there be nothing in their life that would cause those sorts of trials to arise. And then the fourth petition, deliver us from evil. Now actually, the word here is not evil in the generic sense, but it's more deliver us from the evil one. The Bible is quite clear that we have an enemy out there, the devil, Satan, who wants to undo the children of God, who wants to wreck our lives and our faith. And so we're praying, God, keep us safe from his wiles and his strategies and his assaults upon us. Deliver us from the enemy of our soul. Deliver us from the evil one. So here you see a model for how to go about asking petitions of the Lord. Lord, give me my daily bread. Father, provide for me what I need to live. Forgive me. Wash away my sins, O Lord, and give me all that I need for my spiritual life in you. Let me not be led into trial. Let me not have anything in my life that would cause me to be tried or to fall. And deliver me from the evil one. There's an enemy out there, Lord, protect me from him. You see, our petitions cover the whole gamut of our life. So it's okay to ask God for those things you need. And you should ask him every day to provide you with all that you need for the fullness of life in him. Raise your petitions to the Lord with utter confidence that he hears you, he loves you, and he will provide all that you need that you might live well in him. Okay, I hope you have a great day today. I hope you have some wonderful time of prayer during this day, of raising your petitions and requests to the Lord. And I will see you next time in our 5-minute Bible study, The School